The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Steve Jobs. Once upon a time, two young Africans from Ivory Coast living in San Diego, California, Jill, me, myself, and Daniel, creating a company called Webology. This company was about to create its first product, which is a website on Ivory Coast. Suddenly, we have a pick, a huge pick. And it was because of a sad story, a political coup. And the pick was based on no more TV station was broadcasting, no more radio, newspaper wasn't publishing anymore, only the powerful internet was online. And of course, our website was broadcasting the news. We're starting to have millions of visitors connected to the site, and we were just happy, even though the news was bad. Now, we thought, now that we have that mass of people on the site, what do we do with them? We have to do something. So now we're thinking, let's create e-commerce. And I'm talking about back in 2000. So we have created our first e-commerce platform, selling goods online, selling food, music. But the problem that we had, only people overseas from Africa, from Ivory Coast, could pay because they have the means to pay. They had a Visa card, MasterCard. But the people in Ivory Coast couldn't pay nothing on the site, even though the site was for them. So when we got back in Ivory Coast, we decided we need to find a way for those guys to start paying. And we were the first company to integrate Orange Money on our platform for people to start paying newspaper and other digital product. And we were thinking, okay, the diaspora is using cards, the local are using mobile money. Is there a way to have one product that can talk to everybody? So we decided to create a Visa prepaid card. So we were about to launch the program when I got invited in New York by the Obama administration to participate in the Africa-US Summit. At that summit, I met the CEO of Visa World. And I'll tell him, and I had of course, my fake card because the program wasn't live yet. So I had just that plastic card. And I show it to him. And I tell him, you know that this card will change the payment in Ivory Coast? Because we're launching the card. And the CEO is looking at me and it's like, what is this guy talking about? And I knew he wasn't receiving my message correctly. And I got frustrated, of course. But all I did was taking a picture and I was happy. But I got back home frustrated. So what I did with my colleague Daniel, we started creating the program, distributing cards to everybody, and it got a big success. We got lucky that those cards was selling like little bread. A year later, the office of Visa in Ivory Coast is calling me. Say, oh, the CEO of Visa is coming for the first time in Africa. He's stopping in Ivory Coast. He wants to meet banks, but he said, yeah, if we have time, just choose one fintech, and we'll see. So the local office said, you know what? You have a card that works. Let's be you. So the CEO of Visa is coming to Ivory Coast. He did all this meeting, and then he's coming to the office. He opens the door, and he said, but I know you. I say, of course you know me. I met you in New York, and I told you about the program. He says, is that you? But I didn't get it. You're talking a program that is not live. Okay, let's sit down. Show me what you got. So we got the demo of what we got. And at the end of the meeting, he asked me 2 questions. Jill, he said, Jill, why are you doing all of this for just one card? You have the means to do it for every Visa card. Then the second question was, what do you need from me? I'm here. It's your chance. So I replied, okay, we'll do it for all the Visa card. And what I need from you, it's 3 things. Technology, money, and going mass market. And he's telling to his director, make it happen. The following year, we have 1 successful program on Visa Classic. 2 virtual cards with 2 different banks. The first platinum prepaid card in Francophone region. And 1 powerful app called APM that have changed the way people pay, get paid, and transfer money from 1 card to another card, or from 1 card to mobile money, or from mobile money to card, or from card to the rest of the world, even Kigali. And after that, we thought, okay, let's stop for a minute. We have sold a lot of cards. Everybody's happy about those cards. But the problem that they only pay online. They pay for Netflix. They pay on Amazon. That's all they do. Or they go on vacation. But there's only 200 places in the plane. That's not many cards that we can sell. I mean, we're going to be capped after a while. So those cards need to be used locally. So what do we do to start those cards locally? So we start working on acquisition. And we've started with a payment link, a powerful payment link, where with those payment link, you can pay with Visa, MasterCard, mobile money. And now we are integrating all the mobile money with MFS around Africa to pay that merchant. We are transforming the way merchants in Ivory Coast are getting paid. And we have started introducing POS, tap to phone. We are the first company with EcoBank introducing tap to phone to our region. After those success, and after 25 years of digital experience, we start promoting entrepreneur skills. That's what I do every day now, besides working on those programs. We promote the rest to see if they have good ideas that we can consume, if they are API that we can use. So we are creating an ecosystem of entrepreneurs so we can get stronger. And we got all that story in a book that we have published. And before we even got the first copy, we were already bestseller. And as you can see, that book is prefaced by our host here, Tidiane Thiam. And we were very proud because the message that we wanted to share is actually now in hard paper. So now, to conclude, to entrepreneur, I keep talking every day. My personal quote, when all the doors start closing on you, build your own door. Thank you.